If you've clicked on this video, it's because you work a day job and probably don't like it that much and are most definitely looking for a way out. The 9 to 5 can definitely feel like a modern day slavery. It's horrible, right? You give so much of your time, so much of your life away to somebody else. You sell them your most precious resource, something you'll never get back, and for like a measly few dollars when it comes down to it, it's super fucked up. But that's the world we live in. This is the game. So all we can do is understand the rules and figure out a way to beat it. Okay, well, my goal is to simplify this, and so I'm going to try to break this down into 3 simple steps for how you can leave your 9 to 5 job, that place you hate, and leave it for absolutely fucking ever, never come back to it, without sacrificing the quality of your life and becoming a homeless bum. You need to understand how much your life costs you, right? So how much money are you spending every month? Once you have this number figured out, you need to know, first of all, what a liability is and what an asset is. And once you understand that, you need to keep your liabilities low. So that's rent, for example, right? Rent, bills, things that are drawing money from your bank account, you need to keep those low, and your assets high. So asset is something that brings you in money, right? So if you own stocks and they pay you out dividends, that's an asset. It's putting money into your hands. So I do my banking every single Saturday, right? Every week. I haven't missed one. I think this week is going to be week 76 in a row. And so I figure out and track how much money I spend each week. And then with that, I can times that by 4, figure out how much I spend in a month, and then times that by 12, figure out how much I spend in a year. Of course, this isn't like pinpoint accurate, but it gives me definitely a good idea. Doing the numbers, I've figured out that I could live terribly cheap life. It'd be honestly probably not that enjoyable, but I could get by on $2,000 a month, or roughly $24,000-$25,000 a year. As I said, this would be living piss cheap, not a great standard of living, but with $2,000 a month coming in, I would never have to work ever again. So to get $25,000 coming in every year, completely passively, if that was through dividends and they were paying, roughly 5%, I would need $500,000 in stocks that pay out dividends at 5%. They pay that out every year. That gives me my $25,000. 25 divided by the 12 months, that's just over $2,000. I think it's $2,083 a month. Super rough. It's negligible to all taxes and fees and inflation and all that shit, but it gives me something to shoot for. Okay, step number 2 is developing a way to have that money coming in from elsewhere, right? So that's gonna be passive money, that's gonna be semi-passive money, that's gonna be having your own company or your own business, that's going to be side hustles or investments, and honestly just having the mindset for looking for opportunities, always somewhere to plant your money so that it can grow and flourish. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be just one source of income like your job is. So the third step is the transition phase. So that's to the point where you've got money coming in to your accounts, and at this point it's not quite overcome how much money your day job is bringing in. But that's the goal, right? So we figured out before how much money it costs you to live. So if I'm bringing in $1,000 a month all on my own, it could make sense then that I could go down to half-time work. So, I mean, that's a bit of hope, right? Because that's a little sooner, closer. You don't have to make it all the way to the very end before you can start reaping some benefits. Nonetheless, though, any passive money that you are bringing in remember it is crucial, it is very important to be reinvesting that money into your money tree. Say you had stocks, right? And you're getting $100 every month coming in from stocks, and then you just take that $100 and you go fucking spend it on beer when you're not actually like developing your money tree, right? That $100 needs to get reinvested back into that money tree. It's going to accelerate the process. That's going to be that compounding interest, right? The nice shoop. That's what we're aiming for. If you don't know what compound interest is, most definitely take the time to learn it. The eighth wonder of the world is compounding interest. It's fucking cool, man. Like, seriously, like, take a look at it, learn it. One last super important thing to keep in mind is this will not happen overnight. This is going to take time, and you know what? That is okay. In my opinion, I think 5-year, 10-year plans are the best because they're close enough where you can see the end goal, you can see the end point. It's enough time where you can start building off of your momentum and things have time to grow. So it kind of gives milestones to shoot for. And remember, you can always do more, right? You can always accelerate this. So I know that on this exact trajectory, I will be there in 7 years. But I also know that I can figure out a way to speed that up, that I can get better, I can do more. And that's gonna come with time and learning shit and the wonderful mysteries of the world. So if I had to wrap this entire video up into one statement, it would be when the amount of money you are bringing in from elsewhere meets or exceeds what it costs you to live today or what you want your quality of life to be, you literally have no reason to be working a job anymore unless you really, really want to, but I don't think you do. That's why you're here. Okay, dudes, manifest and create a fucking plan out of this 9-to-5 rat race. I know you can do it. I know I can do it. It's what this whole community is gonna be about, man. It already is about it, whether you know it or not. It's goals, man. It's making your life a little bit better. It's improvement. It's self-improvement. It's getting the most out of life. Okay, manifest and create. Bye.